The number of chargers in Iceland is about to double, and they've got an unusual partner, at least in my opinion. Let's have a quick chat about that with my good friend Mark from the Tesla Life. I'm Brian. Welcome to Future Raza. Oh, Mark, Iceland, that's the green one, right? And Greenland is the icy one?
Yeah, it's all mixed up. It's all mixed
Yeah,
up.
it's good
But
marketing.
they both have $4 M&Ms, so you're in luck.
That is good because if there's one thing I like when I'm charging up and watching Netflix in my car is to get the full movie experience. And there's only two ways to do it, and that's by paying $4 for M&Ms and spilling pop on my floor so I got sticky feet. Don't do that. Don't do that. So tell me about this. What's going on in Iceland?
Yeah, Iceland is a small island nation, as you know, between North America and Europe. And they have currently surrounded the island with a small amount of Tesla chargers, but enough for everyone to do the ring road across the country. But Tesla wanted more, and they have partnered with a gas station operator called N1. And they plan on adding 20 new supercharger sites across the country, which of course is going to definitely add to the existing 9 that are already there. So this is a big step up for Iceland, and it also means that they must see the demand coming. They must see the demand from EVs on the island.
So when I said doubling, I wasn't even close. It's quadrupling practically. No, it's tripling.
Tripling,
That's
yeah.
that's that's exciting. And yeah, we're only talking 20 new locations, but for a country that is so small in population, this is still kind of pretty big deal. And to partner with gas stations. Now, you're in Toronto. Does Toronto have does it have gas station partnerships? Not for Tesla, but any charging.
Yes, some charging groups have deals with gasoline stations where they will put in one or possibly two DC fast chargers at the corner of the gas station. Actually, Tesla does have a deal with a national brand here called Canadian Tire, and they have gas stations as well. So I guess you could kind of say that Tesla does have a deal as well as third-party operators. But the majority, of course, of Tesla stations are outside of gas stations, but it seems like a lot of third-party charging is done at gas stations.
Now, I had a chance to interview a rep from On the Run, which is a fairly large gas station chain in Canada. They're not affiliated with any particular oil company, so they buy gas from whomever at different locations. And they had been installing Bright. I want to say it was Bright is the name of the company that manufactures the chargers. Very clever chargers where the line to the charger is just a level 2, but there's a battery in it so it can still charge at level 3, which is
Right.
very, very clever and a good way to get them built without waiting for an upgrade from the grid. We've seen other ones in Europe. There's gas stations, gas station chains. And I know Shell has done some aggressive things, but I don't think it was Shell in Europe that announced just this year a big partnership where they're going to be rolling out fast chargers as well.
I noticed in Europe that they tend to be around the actual motorway stops. There's a lot of large amounts of chargers, even multiple different brands of chargers at a single motorway stop, an expressway stop that we would see here in North America has started. It's starting to come, but it seems to be more prevalent in Europe.
I did see one on my trip down to CES where I was in Northern California, and there was a huge sign for a huge rest travel center, and it said, "Oh, we've got a Subway and a Wendy's and a gas and and there was a Tesla logo." And
Wow.
I thought that's the times they may be a changin'. We shall see. So this tells me the real beauty here is that we've got a lot of uh, maybe not a global standard for charging handles, but certainly by continent. Europe is all CCS2. China has I forget the name of it, but their own standard. And now North America has the NACS. We're going to see, I assume, some of these older stations get retrofit in the next 2 to 3 years. because there's just going to be more and more chargers. And that means these gas stations can charge anybody. They can charge a Tesla. They can charge, uh, I don't know. I assume there's other EV makers, but none come to mind.
Renault.
I can charge my Twizy. Mm-hmm.
Exactly, and there is that question of what are gas station operators, what's in their mindset currently. They're seeing this EV wave coming. They know that their customers are coming to refill their cars at their locations now. What's going to happen if the balance starts swinging to EV, as it has already in Norway and other European countries? I wonder what's in their mindset. Do they see it's coming?
They have to see it coming. They have to. And here's what I'd like to see is keep the convenience store, certainly, but make a food court. People want 2, 3, 4 options for their fast food because we've now got not 5 minutes, but 20. If we've got
Right.
20 minutes, 30 minutes, that's enough time to get us through that line, get us fed and back on the way. And a good example is in Baker, California. Yeah, Baker. I was out there. They have about 100 stalls, including some that haven't been turned on yet. They're waiting for whatever to get them finally turned on. And they've also got Electrify America at that location. And then inside, they've got a couple places to eat. They've got the convenience store and the most disgusting bathrooms in North America, which is quite an accomplishment, but that's how it works.
That's something to hang your sign on for sure.
You know, it was interesting. They didn't put it on the sign. I thought that was very unusual because that was the most memorable part of the place.
I remember a few years ago, Brian, that having an EV charger at a gas station was just unheard of. They started, every once in a while you'd hear something about, say, Sheetz or Wawa or now Buc-ee's. It's starting to catch on. I think they're here in North America. They're starting to realize on the run up here in Canada. They're realizing that they got to get part of this game, or they're going to be left behind.
They're going to be left behind, and especially when it comes to these highway roadside destinations, one thing they often have in surplus is open land. So dedicate it to that. If you're on the highway, you might already have access to enough power. Maybe kind of doubtful. It takes a lot of juice, especially during peak times. Have you seen in Canada, quick question, have you seen any hydrogen yet?
I have not seen any hydrogen except in advertisements. It just doesn't seem to exist in real life as of yet.
Yeah. There are still BMW. Good news. They've cracked the code. They're going to have BMW's going to have their hydrogen drivetrains out and everywhere in just a matter of years. They've solved physics. So that's exciting news, which I will definitely keep a keen eye on. Because that's not crazy or dumb or a terrible idea at all. But remember, most hydrogen comes from fossil fuel, and that is a deeply moneyed business. Did you hear how much money Exxon made last year?
I did not. How much did they make?
Oh, if I told you it was $100 million, would that seem high or low?
That would seem low.
Yeah, they made $100 million a day for 2023. It was $36.5 billion. I think that comes out to 100 million. Somebody can double check my math. I'm pretty sure I got that right.
Well, you can see why they're excited to see if they can crack the hydrogen code, because I noticed here in Toronto, we have a car show once a year. It's coming up actually mid-February. And they happen to have a hydrogen station installed at the car show just to show people what the nozzle looked like, what the setup was. They left the LED display on, and it was outrageously priced to fill your car with hydrogen, according to their numbers that they left on the display of this display unit.
Well, I think it's fantastic that they're giving you the full demonstration, because a car show in February, you might get frostbite from that handle, just like a real hydrogen station, because those handles get
they are super cold. Yeah,
it's not ideal. But then again, nothing about hydrogen is. So, guys, I don't know if you know this, but in Michigan, in June, Father's Day weekend, there's a big event going on in Muskegon. And the city council has told the Owners Club that no, for the day, it's Muskegon, spelled the same. You guys can say it any way you want. They actually did. So we're going to have a bunch of amazing guests out there. I don't know how many I am allowed to share because I'm on the planning committee, but I know a couple I can probably share would be some that I didn't mention to you yet. Lars from Best in Tesla will be there, and Jan from Tesla Fix will be there. We've got the Europeans flying out for the big event. It's going to be a whole lot of fun, and Mark's going to be there. That's going to
Yeah,
be fun. He's going to be hopefully helping us out a bit with the live stream. Hopefully, maybe doing some introductions on stage. We'll find a place for him, and if
good news.
yeah, and it is a free event, so you have no excuse not to come. Everybody, I mean, obviously you're coming. I mean, that's a given. But yeah, so head on out to Michigan for that. We're going to have a little bit of fun, I am told. Guys, in the comments, what did we miss or misunderstand about the chargers coming? The chargers coming to everywhere, to gas stations, to supermarkets. I want to see level 1 at airports, so you can just plug in and trickle. I've got 5 days, 7 days. Just juice me up while I'm gone. It'll be fine. And then you don't have to spend a zillion dollars wiring it up. And if I only get part of my 1 kilowatt charge, it doesn't matter. And then I can leave Sentry mode on. Another ounce of peace of mind there. So, guys, in the comments, leave it. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, do the usual things. Maybe if you get a chance, head on over to the Tesla Life. Mark and Casey and Patrick are out there every week fighting the good fight, as they do. Sometimes the very, very evil fight, and I appreciate that too. Everybody else, like, subscribe, do the usual thing, and stay tuned. Stay juicy. And I cannot wait to hear from you clever robots on the next one.